Hi, I'd like to go a little bit further back in the history of the oil field. Oil was being used as kerosene, and everything was lit by kerosene lamps. Before that, it was whale oil, which could never supply the growing needs of a expanding economy in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So it was kerosene. And then cars started to become known, then thanks to Ford, popular Model A, then the Model T. And so in the refining process, they found something, part of the oil molecule that was overlooked. It was octane. And they found out that cars could run on octane. Cars can also run on water and hydrogen, but they didn't have the technology to have cars being run on hydrogen. But you couldn't use water because it was very hot, and if you got into an accident, it would scald everybody. That's the term Stanley Steamer came from that. So you found out that they can refine octane, and it would propel cars. And cars, of course, became more and more popular in the United States. We had trains, but the United States is so big, travel by trains was just not economic and came less and less economic. So we segued to cars. And at the time, Rockefeller created Standard Oil. No matter how many awful his business practices and how they were exposed by muckrakers like Ida Tarbell, he standardized the industry. He kept buying up refineries and standardize it. It's just like a screw. You buy a flathead screw, it's the same flathead screw to wherever you buy it in the world. So you need standardization because we're talking about quantity. So Rockefeller is like Microsoft later. He standardized the industry. And then, of course, he became a monopoly. He set the rates, used his economic power to set the rates for long and short hauls. And it got broken up, which was the best thing that ever happened to Rockefeller, because each one of the companies quadrupled the price of Standard Oil, which also, when companies get too big, they become inefficient. Standard Oil is becoming inefficient. That's part of the growth. You need to standardize, and you need to break it up. Like AT&T, you need to break it up because when something becomes a monopoly, it becomes inefficient. Okay, oil became more and more in demand with the advent of airplanes and the mass production of cars. So all of which need oil, and it needs to be refined. And Churchill was a sea lord in England, and he had his ships quit being propelled by coal, and he went to oil, and he used Anglo-Persian oil. So that suddenly there's a big demand. All forms of transportation needed oil. So oil became very much in demand. And of course you had everything, tanks, everything went to oil. And then diesel was invented in the 1880s. And the good thing about diesel, it doesn't catch fire. I think the flash point is a lot higher than gasoline. You can blow something up just on gasoline fumes. You can't with diesel fumes. So, but all that is hydrocarbons, whether that's diesel and oil and natural gas are just refined, or diesel and oil are just refined products from the main source, which is hydrocarbons.